Welcome back, ladies and jelly spoons. Today I am wearing the Cookie Monster hat. I won't do it because I have shaded eyes and I've got beautiful eyes, and you don't want to miss that, do you? So I can't be arsed in my hair. So we are rocking the backwards Cookie, but we are going to go down to official POGs. It's my childhood. I don't know if you remember them, because I don't. Well, I do. I remember the designs. I don't quite remember how I received them, whether you bought them in packets. I know you could get a binder for them. But when I say official POGs, I'm going to concentrate on Series 2, because I have a lot of Series 2 and around the world POGs. I think you could get them in crisp packets at one point as well as Tazos. I do not know. I cannot remember. Let me know in the comments. You can tell me probably more than I can tell you, but what I can do is show you if you don't have them anymore, but you remember them fondly. So you can tell me about them and I can show them, and hopefully it'll be a bit of nostalgia there. And yeah, we can have a wee bit of fun, right? So I have 2 cases here full of POGs. The newer ones right here, and Series 2. And he is beat up, so he looks like he's been played with a bit because he's got creases. Let's get him out, see what happens. Let's find out what's going on. I shall slap him down here and then we shall have a look. Another one of those collectibles that never really made it into any kind of fame that it suggested it might acquire, like, you know, in terms of being collectible. I'm just going to up my ISO a wee touch so we got a touch more light down here. And I'm going to grab a handful and I'm going to show you. So we have the POGs. They look a lot like this. Like I say, he is crinkly. I don't know why he's crinkly. I don't know if he was played with. Maybe I won it off some kid in the playground or something. I don't know. POGs, by the way, you used to, like, I think you used to put them down, was it backwards like this, and then you get a slammer, and if you manage to get a bit of focus, if you manage to knock them over so they were face up, then you would win whatever. So I would have won those 3 effectively if I was using a slammer. We will get onto the slammers later. So let's just remember some of these cool art designs and have a bit of nostalgia and a bit of fun. The back's all going to look like this of the Series 2 Waddingtons, all numbered. I never had the binders. I was never that big of a collector. That one is wildly familiar to me. 20, 30 years on. That is in my memory somehow. I should keep that, shouldn't I, as a photographer? I should frame that and put it on a wall. I'm going to put that aside just for shits and giggles. Again, this one's got a bit of a thingy in it, a bit of a schmack. That's one I showed you earlier. But they're just fun, aren't they? Maybe I'm just one of these old men who's like, man, don't do stuff like they did in our day. But these are just, what do kids have now that are interesting? I mean, Hot Wheels are kind of fun, I guess. Yeah, Funko Pops. But I mean, in terms of collectibles, you've got stickers and cards. But they've been taken over by adults, and, like, as per this channel, you know, there's nothing that for kids just to get their teeth stuck into that just, no, they're just fun and silly. That are affordable is the word I'm looking for. Because the stickers and, well, stickers maybe not so much. I mean, your Panini kind of Premier League stickers maybe. But because the cards have been taken by adults into the collecting arena, then they tend to command ridiculous prices. You know, it's just not worth buying them as a kid, is it? Really, it's fucking too expensive. But yeah, everyone loved this shot. Back in the day, back when you were a kid, like, the highlight of your life was getting a shiny. Just a shiny. Again, is that damaged? Like, half the shinies rubbed off. Still an official Waddingtons. If you can see that. That's a wave. It's this side. Is that a misprint? It looks like it's a print of the print behind, but without the shiny. I do not know. Is that worth money? Maybe I've got a rare POG. Yeah, I don't think. Didn't someone, I don't know if it was Waddington, but someone bought the rights to them recently and tried to reboot the game, and they did an official reprint. And you could pledge to be a part of it and Kickstarter type vibe and get the full thingy majigger. It's not quite the same as collecting them though, is it? Again, this one, it's like you can feel the sticker. It's just put on some shiny. It's off center, but you can feel the rays. So it was like really cheaply done. It's like meta, that, isn't it? Like playing Pogs as a Pog. Look how battered that one is. He's well worn around the edges. He got some action. Series 2. So I don't know why I only have Series 2. Maybe that was just my era of collecting Pogs and I just didn't bother earlier on. I think this one was ace, probably because I thought it looked like a Ninja Turtle, maybe. I don't know why I thought it looked like a Ninja Turtle, because I think it's just a helmet makes him look like he's got a turtle head, but in reality he looks like, what, a hippo? A robot hippo? I don't know, but again, well worn. Series 2 again. It's amazing just how nostalgic something like a golf club can be. I'm assuming that's a golf club. Maybe it isn't, I don't know. But just the design, you just see the design, you're like, damn. So these surf robots, as a young boy, would have probably been like, hell yeah. Again, it looks like a ninja robot hippo meets crocodile meets something. World Pog Federation. It doesn't look like it fits the set, but it certainly does. Series 2. Pogs, by the way, they got, like, there was a store. In fact, I've got some here. I'll show you in a different video probably. You could buy fake Pogs. It just took off into, like, it became stratospheric. We got repeats in here as well. Yeah, and it just became a massive business. There were shops in markets just dedicated to Pogs. So people must have had their own, like, circular cutters and printing and stickers, which was probably not as easy back in the day. Probably costs a lot more than it would these days to do, especially conveniently DIY it. And those who did, and they probably made a killing from it. As a kid, you just wanted Pogs that looked badass, especially if you're a guy. You wanted Pogs that had skulls and shit on them that were shiny and cool and rad. You have to let me know which one brought you the most nostalgia. Which design did you see, or maybe you've got a better memory than me, and just off the cuff you can just think about it and explain it. See, that doesn't look like it's official, but it is. It's a bumblebee. Just looks damn boring. So there we go, 1994. So we're talking 32 years ago. These are 1994. I would have been 10, by the way. So I have a good excuse to have a terrible memory about these. 30 years ago, and I would have been 10. Again, that one feels so familiar. Just so familiar. Yeah, some of these shinies with the mascot. I'm not sure if he's got a name. Is he just called Pog? I just love little bits of art like this. I mean, when you talk about tattoos and stuff, I've got like old school kind of hot rod style tattoos. They're just fun bits of art. And nothing more exciting and important than that. They don't have to be. Just stuff like this is just so fun. Again, a repeat. I remember that. Ice hockey. I think that was probably cool just because the amount of shiny on it. Shiny, shiny. We love a bit of shiny, shiny. My only recollection of collecting stuff as a kid in terms of stickers were football stickers and Pogs. And it simply was. There weren't rarities. There weren't numbers like there are on the World Cup stickers now. You just wanted a shiny. Shiny, shiny. I mean, how cool is that? I'm going to put that aside because I might use it as a thumbnail. That's fun. Risque Pogage. Oh, another camera one. Maybe that's another one. Maybe I need to frame up these. Where are they? They're out of shot. Let's bring these down here. I'm going to keep these boys in shot. Let's go. So maybe I should frame these, put them in my studio because they got a camera theme or a cheeky censored theme. More Robot Surf this time. Some random chick duck type thing. Hula hula. Tropical Hawaiian. More shiny shine. How simple was life when you just wanted a bit of holographic shine. Done really crudely. Pogman Crossing. Oh, so he was just called Pogman. There you go. That answers that one, doesn't it, I guess. Rhino. The authentic Pogman. Reet. A baseball. The World Pog Federation. More baseball, I assume. Yes. US Pog Open. Tennis. Spog. SS Pog. There's definitely a big old baseball theme here with this Series 2. That makes me really interested to know what Series 1. Maybe I've got some Series 1 hiding, but I just didn't have a collection of Series 1, so I've put them in a misc box of just anything. '90s graphics just hit differently. It just reminds me of like Nintendo games. As in the boxes from Nintendo games, not the actual gameplay. No gameplay was ever quite like that on a Nintendo. It was a pixelated mess. And slow. Nothing quite as glorious as this kind of amazing graphics. Shiny Shine, that's that one again. I thought was a putter, but I can't read what that says. Can you read? You'll be able to read in post. Where's my minimal? Why do I have a minimal focus in there? Vlog? I don't know. I still can't see it on my screen. I'd have to zoom in again, another like 50% to be able to read that. So you'll probably be able to see better than me. Another camera one. Maybe we put them aside just again in case. And yep. And finish on a robo. What you call them? A lobster. That's the one. I was actually thinking a crayfish type thingy, but yeah. So yeah, Series 2. I believe there might be some Series 2 in here. I've got another set of Around the World somewhere. It must be back there. Let me have a show you. I will break them out too. So these are, yeah, so that's the last one of my Series 2 that I have here. And then we move into Around the World, which again, just up the quality a bit. A year later, 1995, the quality just felt better on these. The graphics, the colours, they just felt more defined, more clarity. There's a slight embossing. I don't know if you can, you probably won't be able to see that, but there is an embossing on the POG as well. It felt a lot less cheap. This is what they look like, by the way. The World Tour. I don't know why I kept calling them Around the World, but World Tour POGs. Scotland. New York. I don't know if this is supposed to be karate. He's Japanese or what. What's he doing? He looks like he's fighting, so maybe. And again, France, Paris. I assume that's supposed to be Robin Hood's. That'll be like Nottingham, England. Let's move that over here. We definitely have more. There we go. So we've got. I have another box that are just the World Around the World stuff, and then we got the official Slammers in the other black box that had a few Around the Worlds on. Let's go. To this Alaska or some shit. Penguins. One of the poles. You tell me. Niagara Falls, maybe. Literally on the world. What is he representing? He has microphone and a camera. Maybe we should keep him aside and put him in my other camera POGs. Egypt, one would imagine. Again, igloo, so one of the poles. Scotland, Arabia, or certainly the east somewhere. Kangaroo, so that'll be Aussie. Is that what you call it? Bolivic? Bolivia? Not Bolivic, what do you call kind of the German nations that are all kind of lederhosen and stuff? Bavaria? I don't know. Bavaria? I'm dyslexic at the best of times, kids. Dancing, so that's going to be what? Spain, Mexico. I imagine it's Spain. Right, what about this one? Postman and a dog. That's got to be British, right? Unless that's an American thing. I don't know. We just say getting bit by dogs. Postman's an American thing as well. Africa, one would imagine. Although he's only got little Asian elephant ears, so maybe not. And they look like, no, it's got to be Africa, right? The moon. Well, I wasn't expecting the moon. Can we class that as our world? I'm not sure we can. So what is this dude supposed to be? Flying carpet? Is that? What? I don't know. You tell me. Peace. That's what we can end on. Okay, now we're just getting weird. I imagine that's what, Chinese zodiac or something? Dragon. Rome, Greece. Parthenon. I would imagine New York again. Take on King Kong. Venice. Just the world in general. Scotland, back with Scotland. Number 3 of Scotland. Obviously, London, England, UK. Bearskin hat. Snake charming. Now, I assume that's India, just by the headgear, maybe. Although I'll maybe associate snake charming more with Southeast Asia, I don't know. Arabian Nights. Now there's a flying carpet, so that's going to be, I don't know, Arabia. Ah, that's got to be American. Could only be more American if there were guns. Guns and gambling. Great Wall of China. Hawaii. Ooh, it's very tribal. I would not like to guess which tribe. You tell me. Is there any significance in the patterning and the colours? Is it Africa? Well, that looks like the Opera House and obviously the bridge in Aussie, but I would associate opera more with Italy, but there you go. A big nose. I won't make any assumptions about there being a big nose. I think that's just a Pogman. His suitcase, New York again. Bungee jumping from what? A radio tower? Is there a landmark that's a radio tower that I don't know about? Look at his shiny tooth. Kind of fun. And Paris. And riding a horse with an axe. I don't understand that one so much. The red flag and the star and God knows what, kind of thinking somewhere between like China or Russia, but I don't know. Mongolia? I don't know, you tell me. Just on his travels with a giant monkey. Or was an orangutan? Hair male. Bush driver. We are getting through these almost-ish. There we go. Windmills, got to be Netherlands, right? Tour de France, maybe, I don't know. Again, more kind of looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs or something. Or Japan's got to be Japan because we've got the rising sun there, right? More karate or fighting or something. We're chopping blocks. I assume people associate with karate. It could be taekwondo, it could be Korea, who knows? It's got to be Jamaica, right? he one of the musketeers? I don't know. He's firing guns, maybe Wild West type thing. Could be French because of the onions, right? Ooh, again. Should we go Switzerland? Lots of mountains. Horn. Kind of Lederhosen. Bolivia. Bavaria. You know what I mean? We had this conversation already. Dude rocking around the world. Mexico. Need some tequila. Crocodiles. So Steve Irwin type jobby riding a crocodile. So it's obviously ours. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Heaven, I guess, if you want to class that as a place in the world. Dude licking his feet. So, you know, early porn. He's just flying around some islands on his bicycle again. Again, more kind of tribal stuff. I would not like to guess because that might come across as racist. Italian. Hawaii, I guess, chilling out between two trees, just pogging. Ooh, is that the Da Vinci painting? The many-armed, limbed type guy. So one would imagine what? Italy? Again, not 100% sure. That looks Egyptian. Karate dude. Yosemite Sam. So, Mexico into South US. One would imagine. So yeah, I hope that was nostalgic for you because it was kind of fun for me. We will do more POGs, so stay tuned. Peace.